What are we laughing about?
I have no idea.
Why are we laughing
Why
when
are
we
we
come
here?
on all the time?
I have no idea.
We really aren't that funny. But anyway, a lot of people around here have been
Speak for
saying
yourself.
that. Doug Patterson.
Larry Bly,
Cookin' cheap. Okay.
Hey, we did that well.
We got a routine. It's a
I
new
know.
routine. Let me
Thank
write
goodness.
it down before we forget.
Yeah.
Larry Bly, Doug Patterson,
Cooking
together
cheap.
cooking
cheap. There we are.
Very good. Yeah.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
I have no idea.
Just
Do
waiting.
you?
We're just waiting for Doris.
Doris?
Yeah.
Oh, she gonna do the whole
She's
thing?
gonna. We're quitting. She's doing it all.
Hot diggity
Yeah.
dog.
See what the witch has to say today.
Oh, oh, sorry, honey. There you go.
Do not, ladies and gentlemen, do not adjust your sets.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Here it comes. Last time I nearly took Doris out, now I took you out.
Do not adjust your sets, ladies and gentlemen. It's only my hair. Well, you know that sun. I was out working. I was out playing croquet.
Working that
And what?
peroxide bottle is what you're working.
Woo, but the tan's real.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. It is. It is. You want to see? No. Guys, you fellers, what's burning
I
here?
have something get going. Do you know? Just wait.
Stinks. Guys,
Yeah.
you fellers ain't exactly spring chickens anymore. Especially that Doug, whom I know is older than you. But would you do some chicken on the show and do it while standing on one leg, singing "Chicken in the Bread Pan, Kicking Out Dough"?
Never heard of it.
No.
But hum a few bars and I'll pick up.
Signed by Rooster Cogburn. That's it. That's all. Well, as a matter of fact, we are going to do chicken. We're going to do, what you doing?
I'm doing a 10-minute chicken dinner.
Well, you got 6 minutes.
Oh.
And I'm doing Sue's Cleveland chicken, even though Sue is neither from Cleveland nor is she a chicken anymore. And Tom's chicken is being done by, by Doris.
We are going to be in such trouble today.
Tom's chicken. And Tom is really, he's very angry about it. Quite honest with you. Now,
we stole his
Doris is
chicken.
going to do Tom's chicken.
Oh.
And that is sent in by Tom Craddock of Roanoke, Virginia.
Yay.
So that's why it's Tom's chicken. Yours is sent in by who?
Florence Gold of, here, I'm sorry, Florence, if I screw this up, Bala Sinwad, Pennsylvania.
Hey, you did that pretty good.
Thank you.
And mine was sent in by the lovely and simple voluptuous Susan Connolly of Eden, Pennsylvania.
Well,
Recipes from around
the world. And right here on Cookin' Cheap.
Okay,
Thank you
very
very
good.
much.
Well, I have the first thing I have to do, if I may, I'll just start out here because it's silly. It's dumb,
Okay.
but you got to do it. This is one of those recipes that requires that the outer crust be made of something silly.
Yeah.
In this case, cereal, which is perfectly okay. I mean,
wrong
you
with
see
that?
this? Not a thing. You can have breakfast and dinner at the same time when you eat this meal.
Really?
So what you do is take just ordinary corn flakes. Now, don't get that stuff with the sugar on it. That's a bad idea. And just take a couple of handfuls, or handfuls, handsful.
And
Work with me.
I don't want to.
Notice. And just put them in a little baggie or something, and then just beat the stuffings out of it with Mama's old piece of wood. There you go. Yeah. And crumble those all up and put them in a little bowl right over here. And you're going to have to do that, a couple of those, because one will not be enough for 8 pieces of chicken, 2, 4, 6, or 6 pieces of chicken today. I would have had to bought another whole package to get 8, and then I had 2 or 3 left over.
Yeah.
Am I boring you?
Yeah,
with
pretty
this?
much. Yeah.
There they are. Well, now, it says right at the bottom of the recipe, it says, recipe easily halved. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Hi. Here I am.
I've got to do this some more.
Oh. People, it's not easy. I'm going to do you take 3 whole chicken breasts and you're going to quarter them. So I'm going to be doing that and heat up a quarter of a stick of butter or margarine in your frying pan.
And you quartered them so beautifully.
Don't start with me, Bly. I'm having a bad day.
Oh no, why is that, Doug? Is it something?
Yeah, we're having
That,
31 actors arriving at our theater today.
well, that's what theaters are for, isn't
Yeah,
it?
but I don't like them, and there it is.
Well, I'm sorry for the competition.
I don't mind.
He just hates it when somebody else is in the business he's in.
Well, they're doing West Side Story, and I hardly think I'm right for West Side Story.
Well,
So, I can be benevolent.
I'm not saying a word.
Yeah.
Stand right over here. If our friendship is to remain beyond this program, I'll just keep my yap shut.
Well,
I'm beating the stuffings down of corn flakes. Plain old corn flakes. You know, what you're really supposed to do is not do that. You're supposed to do this. The much more genteel southern way of doing it.
well, I've always thought of
kinda
you
roll
as
it out.
genteel. I don't know why, but I always have.
But it's much more dramatic on television if you beat things with a, you know, frying pan or whatever you have
whatever.
there. Go ahead, Doug.
Okay, in another bowl, add 2 tablespoons of flour and 2 teaspoons of salt. Mix that all together. I know you hate me when I use the measuring spoons to stir, but it's there.
It is so lowbrow.
And it's like, oh yes, we are so highbrow around here. I'm so silly me, I had forgotten.
I've tried to add a little class to the show, have been for years. Don't have good help.
What a thing to say about doors.
Terrible.
And now dredge this in the flour salt mixture, add it to your frying pan, and we're just going to gently cook the chicken while we do this.
Are you doing that on a low heat or a high heat?
They say gently,
Gently.
so whatever that means, I'm doing it.
Okay.
Whether you believe it or not, I don't care.
Okay.
Aren't you going to do anything?
Well, every time I talk, you say you know, and so I've
Well, I'm
kind
all
of
right.
gotten a
I'm
little
not-
shy about it, to be honest.
You go.
Okay, I got it. Take some sour cream and put it into a bigger bowl. It says one of those 6-ounce things. I'm just using up the last of one that I used the other day. Put that in there. A little bit of milk goes in there also, just 2 tablespoons. You want to thin that down a little bit and use a whisk. I don't know what I'm using that for. Use a whisk to mix it. So anyway, Jim, you know, you're really gotten good at this. Did you notice? Anyway, he is so fluid with that camera. And mix it up real good. Mix the milk into it. I think cream. Wonder why they didn't ask for buttermilk in this recipe. Wouldn't that be? Have you ever heard chicken done in buttermilk? Well, you know, you're from the north.
Hey,
This is from up north. Okay. All
Watch
right.
it.
This is from up north. So there you go. And what we're going to do here in a couple of minutes is dip our chicken in that mess and put it in that mess, and then we're going to put it on a cookie sheet, which I'm now going to grease with just a little Crisco. And the reason you do it on a cookie sheet, I am told, even though I did not, I couldn't find my cookie sheet. I'm having work done on my kitchen, and I can't find my utensils anymore.
Oh, no.
So I just did mine in a baking dish, but you're not supposed to, and Doris tells me the reason why is if you do it on a cookie sheet, is it gets crisper all the way around, as opposed to mine, which are not crisp on the sides. So anyway.
Well, that's lovely.
Pretty fascinating
yeah,
this work,
I'm
don't you think?
deeply moved.
Just a little Crisco. That's piece number 1, 2, 3,
Oh, how
4,
clever.
5, 6, and a couple of extras for Daddy. There we go.
Why wouldn't you just do the whole thing?
That's a great idea, Doug.
Thanks.
No, you know, because I'm doing what the recipe called for.
Oh,
This
I'm
lady
sorry.
was very persnickety. The instructions read, look at that. The instructions reads like a book here, the instructions do. And this is for a simple little recipe where you dip the thing in there and put it on the thing and put it in the thing.
Right.
And it goes on and on and on. And she's very particular about this.
Maybe she doesn't like her cookie
She
sheets to get
says,
all
now
gooey.
listen to this. She says, well, I can't find it. Oh, she says, line 2 cookie sheets with foil. Well, I'm not doing that either. Oops. Sounds like I should have been reading this on here. For each sheet, grease 4 3-inch by 2-inch squares.
Holy moly.
I mean, you got to have a ruler for this recipe. Upon which to place the chicken. Well, why not just grease the whole sheet?
Right.
I don't get it.
I don't either.
Because maybe the grease will fly all over the oven.
Yeah, but especially that one doesn't have a lid.
Oh, now she tells me that I shouldn't do that.
Hence the little.
Because it doesn't have a lip.
She gives us enough lip.
Well, I haven't put enough on there that really matter. I'll just
Spread it
down
out.
a little,
There
smush
you
it down a
go.
little bit. That's not going to run anywhere.
And all
that's
those-
not going to hurt anybody.
Those
That
cracker
is
crumbs
fine.
will just absorb it like there's no tomorrow.
Well, yeah, that's fine. So anyway, okay, that's all I'm going to do. You finished?
That's it. Hell, no.
Helen who?
You remember her, Hunt.
Helen Knoll.
She's going off
Helen
TV.
Knoll. She used to work here all the time. I
Right.
loved her. She was a wonderful woman.
Caught. Busted.
You got to stop that.
I know.
Okay, now, that's all I got for right now.
Okay, well, then I'll go
just
ahead.
going to, like, stand there
Yeah,
for the
pretty
rest
much.
of the show? What kind of a show is this?
To add, when your chicken is frying away over here, and it's going quite slowly, I might add. So we may not be eating this at the end of the show, but I'll put the other accoutrement in that we have to do.
Well, you haven't prepared this in advance?
No, it's because it's right out of there.
Because it's a 10-minute chicken. Well, that makes
Right.
perfect sense. I don't blame you.
Would you like about 48 hours and 10 minutes?
Well, I got news for you. Your 10 minutes is getting
Take
down.
one package of dehydrated onion and or mushroom soup.
Ugh.
Don't start. This is going to be good.
Oh, okay.
And you put it in, thank goodness for Harold, because he was the only one around here who could figure out what 2/3 of 4 cups of water were. Because you take 2/3 of the suggested amount of water for the dehydrated soup.
What?
Well, it wasn't worth it, but it killed it in a few minutes.
How did... Well, you know, he was a scientist or something.
I know.
I mean, he developed rockets. He should be able to figure out a
Well, I couldn't. Could you?
What, develop rockets?
Right off the... No. Couldn't figure this out.
That's why I'm doing this stupid show.
Oh.
Anyway, well, you know, that's looking pretty. That really is.
Isn't that lovely?
It is.
Lovely.
And those little flourishy tongs you got, where'd you get them?
I brought those from home.
They're so sweet.
Thank you.
I hope, well, never mind.
Because I've been
Okay.
watching some of those shows, and nobody uses, like, forks and spatulas anymore. You ever
In
notice?
fact, the whole show has broken out in fancy tongs. Where did all these tongs come from?
Tongs are us.
The Tong Wars.
Oh.
The Chinese Tong Wars.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
So go ahead and let's see you turn
Now.
all of those.
What you do is you take... So we figured out it's 2 2/3 cup of water.
2 2/3 cup.
And you
I
put
wonder
your...
why they wouldn't just tell you that.
Well, because Florence called Susan and said, let's annoy the pants off those two, and they're pretty much working it. And you take this and you add this to the skillet.
Oh, so you don't have to put it in the microwave and heat it up first.
No.
So now we got to wait for that to get hot. Yeah, we need to turn this on high. There you are. Yeah, it's on high.
And take all the little
Now you're not.
goodness, and then I'm going to add a special ingredient that you like.
You're not going to tell me a little more. Thank you. I'll take anything I can get at this point. You're not going to tell me that's the recipe, are you?
No, got one more thing to put in.
Oh, take your time, Doug. Hang on a second before you put that last thing in there.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh. What are we going to do?
Well, something
Yeah. Well, what are you doing?
would be an improvement.
Something nice.
At this point, what I want to do is I got to get this chicken ready to go. So
Well,
we
let's
take this
go.
chicken, and what you do here, I'll make sure I have all my, is you take it and you dredge it around in this goop. Well, I'm sorry. There is no delicate way to do this. I'm going to do this with tongs. That's what I'm going to do. And then you're going to have to...
Sure, make fun of my tongs.
Yeah, well, that's not working either.
Ooh, thank
Perhaps
you.
if I had a squeegee.
A squeegee?
Has anybody got a chicken squeegee on?
Ooh,
And
yummy.
see, take that.
Ooh, that looks
And
good.
you do that. Isn't that lovely? See, I know some stuff. I know some stuff. And you take that and put it there.
In that little square.
In that little square. Right in there. Don't move it over to the left.
Well,
Don't
Larry,
move
I
to-
hate to tell you this, it's beautiful.
What? It is, I know. It's a beautiful recipe. And I'm going to do that 6 times, but you could do it as many as 8 times on this recipe. And you kind of got to shake off your leg. This show is just
Well, that's just not right.
This show is just terrible. Anyway, there you go. There you are.
It's
And now you could do what I call the alternate leg process, whereas you...
Oh,
Ooh,
fancy
poor-
schmancy.
Isn't this ridiculous?
Yeah,
Can you
pretty
believe
much.
that there are actually people sitting around watching this? What's... What?
Wow.
What is that all
That
about?
was a little comment from the peanut gallery.
Yeah,
I never
well,
heard one.
you know, last week I went to watch the show and they had deers frolicking
I know,
to music.
to music.
I never could figure that one out, but
Yeah.
anyway. And I must say, it was an improvement.
Hey,
But anyway, go ahead, Doug. Now
okay,
I'll let
can
you
I
do
add
something
I'm
because
going to add my last ingredient. Oh, jeez. Oh, there we go. You know that sound, don't you? He's not even paying attention to me, ladies and gentlemen.
No, I could have heard that sound from the parking lot, Doug. Especially the day I've had today.
Okay. You take 1 cup of red wine.
Fruit of the vine. Oh, that's great.
And
I just
throw that
splattered it
baby in
my
there.
face. God, this is a
This will
mess.
all burn off,
Hate this.
so you don't have to worry about your families getting toasted on some chicken. And you just cover that, simmer it for 10 minutes, and hence the 10 minutes.
Meanwhile, back at the leg ranch, Lair was still dredging and mopping, and a while ago I hit this thing and it splattered horrible.
You do that very
stuff
nicely,
all over
though.
me. Well, yeah. Laban taught me a lesson one time many years ago. He says, if you're ever going to do a recipe where you have to dredge something by hand, always do it, choose which hand, the right hand, and then keep this one out of it. Totally.
So you don't...
So you always have at least one clean
not
hand,
walking
should
around.
the phone ring, the doorbell, the whatever.
Yeah.
And I thought that was pretty sensible.
Well, that is very smart.
Thought that was sensible. I got one more to do, and then I got a couple of things to do to this. So,
Well, I hope so.
yeah, we all do. Anyway, this is the last one.
Oof.
Very simple recipe, and this crispens up real nice, although Doris said that hers got too crisp.
Really?
I think that maybe your oven's too hot.
Oh, I did it wrong.
You did it in the frying pan. Well, there you go,
Ah.
Doris, if you'd pay just a little more attention to what they told you to do then.
Good heavens.
All right, so now, at this point, you can serve this to your children.
Pawn it off as a new cereal
A brand
treat.
new cereal treat with sour cream and chicken innards in it. And the next thing you do then is a little salt and pepper. Well, I'll just use this. Much more convenient. Salt it and pepper it right where it lies.
Well, that just looks really yummy.
And a little bit of pepper.
Cinnamon.
Oh,
Oh, you broke it.
no, no, no. These things come off quite easily for
No.
cleaning purposes, for your protection here at Blue Ridge Public Television. I like lots of pepper. I think chicken ought to have lots of pepper on it.
I think anything should have lots of
You know, I wrote an article recently for that place that I write articles for every week, and I mentioned the fact that I thought it was very peculiar that a southern town like Roanoke, Virginia, you know, if you don't eat chicken on Sunday, you got a hole in your soul. Kind of place like Roanoke, and I don't remember a chicken place that's ever made it here. Popeyes, gone. Churches, out of here. Isn't that strange? Southern city that likes fried chicken. A little paprika goes on here at this point, and a little of that goes a long way. Someone tried to tell me recently that paprika didn't have any flavor. It was only...
that's wrong.
Oh, and not entirely pleasant either, I might add. Now, what you do is take that and put it in the oven for 45 minutes. Doesn't say... Yeah, 375 degrees. Yeah, 375 degrees for 45 minutes. And when it comes out, is that what that is? When it comes out of
Timing.
a totally different oven in a totally different pan. Doesn't it?
and grew wax paper.
And it does look right pretty.
Ooh.
Don't you think? See, old Lair knows his stuff. I know what I'm doing here.
Well, that's lovely.
And it smells good too, doesn't it?
All I can smell is the
Nice and steamy
wine
hot. I know.
burning off.
Perhaps you should put the wine bottle back there. Okay, Doris is on her way in here right now.
Thank goodness.
And she's coming by Pony Express today. I don't know what that's all about. How's it doing, Doug?
Pretty.
It's boiling along. How long now does that have to do?
That's the 10-minute part.
The 10-minute part. Well, it's going to be a little shy.
Oh, presentation,
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
presentation.
Let me get my chicken out of the way. Excuse me, I forgot to get your mic out.
Okay.
Well, just take over, Doris. Just
I
go
am.
right on.
I had to do Tom's chicken, and
And he ticked.
it took 2 boneless chicken breasts, big ones, 3 cups of stovetop dressing, 2 eggs, 1 cup of pancake mix, lemon pepper seasoning, and oil. And I'm going to leave in about 2 minutes.
And I'm right behind
But
you.
anyway,
What is wrong with us?
I don't
We've
know.
all got the giggles.
It must be the wine.
No? Not
Well,
me.
we're all smelling
What about
this
you?
wine. Of, not me,
Oh, okay.
because I know me.
I know you're a teetotaler.
Right. And you had to beat the chicken with a wooden pound mallet for frying,
Well,
and then
that sounds
put
awful.
lemon pepper on both sides of the chicken. Dip it in egg
excuse
and
me.
your pancake mix. Dip it in the egg. Dip it in
Dippity-doo.
Yeah, to the breadcrumbs, which is your stovetop stuffing. And it didn't say anything about the seasoning. I didn't even know there was seasoning in the bag because I never used this stuff.
You know, me neither. I went to throw the box away one day.
It was in the box.
I fixed that stuff several times, and I thought how bland it was. And I didn't know it was a little flavor
There's a little packet on the bottom.
I don't use that prefab stuff.
That's right. So I mixed it into it. I guess
You
that's
can just
what
be glad you didn't serve it to Harold still in that bag, that foil packet.
Well, I don't serve Harold stuff like that.
Oh,
It's like Cracker Jacks. They thought it was a ring.
Well, that's what the recipe said.
It's good enough for us down here.
Yeah.
She wouldn't serve Harold that stuff.
Well, that's what the lady said. And,
Don't serve Larry and Doug.
And I didn't have a deep fryer. I had to do it in
I
a
don't
frying pan, and it got really dark fast. So I don't.
But it's pretty though.
It's beautiful.
We
It really
tried
is
it with.
gorgeous.
I tried it last night with
Look at this
chicken thighs,
presentation.
and it was very good, and
Now,
it
I
was
want to
good
ask
cold.
I want to ask you something. Now, how did you keep those little tomatoes on there when you drove an hour down the road?
That's that
from
neat
Smith
little
Mountain Lake?
little case thing
Isn't that
that I
amazing?
bought.
You can come in here from 100
This
miles
is-
away, and every tomato's in place.
I can't walk across the room.
But this is a new kind of tomato too, and they're called what the heck were they now? Grape tomatoes.
Little itty bitty
Little
tomatoes.
grape tomatoes.
tomatoes.
Grape
Those are
tomatoes,
good,
and
yeah.
they're really
They're
sweet.
really
They're very
good.
good.
Yeah.
Oh, we got to do recipes. Thank you.
Oh, you know.
Oh, recipes. Okay, yeah. Sue's Cleveland chicken, 4 whole chicken legs.
If you need,
If you're in a hurry. 6 ounces of sour cream, 2 tablespoons of milk, 8 cups of corn flakes, crumbs, salt, pepper, paprika.
That's it?
Yep.
Mine, 10-minute chicken dinner, 2 tablespoons flour.
Gotta run. Say
3
ya.
whole chicken breasts, 1/2 package dehydrated soup, onion or mushroom, salt, margarine or butter, and a cup of red wine.
What are you going to serve that
And
soup in, by the way?
I'm not serving the soup. We're eating the chicken.
Oh, okay.
Are you? Oh. I've been deserted.
We're not going to serve soup? Really?
No.
We're just going to... Because you would pour all that off.
Ooh.
Right?
No. You could use that as a little thrust.
I'm sort of confused. You know,
Everyone's yelling at me today.
I'm very confused about all of this. Well, let me... Would you like 1 leg or 2?
I think one would be the great. We're done. I don't think so.
No, no. You know, they'll just catch all sorts of horrible
I know.
diseases if it's not done.
I'll try it first so I
Well,
don't
no,
kill you.
you can tell immediately if it's done by whether it looks done.
Well, it's not. It's done.
Oh, it is, because it's nice and very pretty and white inside. But what fools you is the soup that you put on gives it sort of a little...
pasty glaze, yeah.
Cast. Pasty glaze. You know, she used to work here.
Haven't seen her in years. Not bad.
Doug,
Not
that's
bad.
pretty good. That's pretty good. What about mine?
Let me try it.
You're an old chicken-eating boy.
Oh, yeah. And this is good.
Is it really?
Yeah, I love this.
Is it done?
Yep.
Good. You know, it's been
You know,
like
it almost-
baked 3 or 4 times now.
I don't know what does it, but it has a little sweet taste to it.
Does it really? How could that be?
I don't know, but it's quite...
Doris is...
Either there's that pancake mix. Oh, no, that's Doris's. Never mind. I lied.
Doris,
Did you use
chicken.
frosted flakes?
there's chicken. I didn't use frosted flakes.
Oh, bless you.
Doris, I'm not sure that I'm real thrilled about that chicken. Don't you think that's a strange taste?
It needs something.
It needs something. We don't know. We don't know. It's
I don't know.
strange. Well, I'm going to have a little cereal.
But all in all, not bad.
You're right, it does have a little sweet taste.
Isn't that funny?
Maybe I did buy a sugar frosted
Oh,
flakes.
golly.
No, I didn't. I'm
No.
sure that I did. Well, anyway, pretty good recipes. This one,
And pretty fast, too, when you think about it.
this
Oh,
one's
mine is.
beautiful. This one's beautiful, but it really does need something. I don't know what. You know, I'm not sure, but I think that Doris left something out.
I doubt it.
I doubt it. She's meticulous when
Right.
it comes to her food. Yeah. So, yeah. What'd you say?
I don't know, but she's getting huffy.
She's mumbling. She's mumbling off camera in the background. Oh, they are frosted.
Well, I've got to go home now.
Don't use frosted flakes.
Bad choice, bad choice.
There's too many kinds of cereal. I'm leaving. Goodbye.
Yeah.